All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the eBay shop. My name's Corey.
I'm Teresa.
And
that hurt.
And today we're going to talk about, we're kind of going to talk about where we left off last week. We talked about a big Star Wars buy that I was pessimistic about. And
Skeptical?
Skeptical
is more like it.
Teresa was optimistic about. It did not turn out how we thought, but we did make the buy and we're going to talk about it. It ended up with us playing Frogger in the middle of a highway and Graham's rolling down a steep embankment. So we're going to talk about all of that. But
stick around.
Like usual, we do have some things that we got to get out of here. It's Monday. What's the first thing that sold?
I just have to put this out there. We had some really good sales this weekend. So the very first thing we sold is a watch. It is a Stamper, which is a brand out of the Black Hills. Women's Black Hills Gold Petite Rectangular Quartz Watch. And I put needs battery. New battery. Not needs battery. New battery.
It's that thing right there. It's a tiny little watch.
Yep. Okay, it sold for $50 even. I took an offer on it. It was like $59, so I figured I would take an offer on that one.
All right, the next thing we sold was something we actually bought on the dollarauction.com. This Furby is going out today.
It is. I played with this thing for it has to be at least an hour to 2 hours trying to get him to work. He is a 1999 Tiger Electric Kid Cuisine Competition Prize Furby.
Yep, there was only 500 of these?
Yep, there was 500 of them. The last one had sold for I don't remember, $1,500, something like that, working. Mine does not work. I did all the tips and tricks that all the YouTube videos told me to do besides tearing him apart. I just couldn't bring myself to tear him apart. But he sold for $949.99.
And he's going international. So
we did pay up for him. I will say, we did pay almost $270 for him.
Yep. But great deal. And
yes,
we got him sold. So thank goodness we got that one because we were in it for a little bit of money, so we were hopeful he would sell quick and recover that, and he did. So we're happy.
He sold within, I don't know, a week and a half?
Yep.
So, yes. But on the topic of the dollar auction, we officially took it over.
We did.
On Friday?
I think so.
Yeah.
Something like that.
We had a whole bunch of auctions that landed and ended Saturday evening. They did super good.
Yeah, the auctions did good. We sold 3 tested working video game consoles, a PS1, PS3, and Xbox Halo. So all of those sold. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, if you watch the videos, you may have seen one of our live shows. We're not great at it. We're not that good at it. So live selling is tough for us. But we do still want the dollar auction as a resource to auction stuff off and get rid of inventory quickly. So we've decided the live auctions can still happen on the dollar auction.
Anybody that wants to do a live auction, you're more than welcome to do them.
We encourage you and we'll help you in any way we can. But static auctions is kind of more our style. But we didn't want it to be just a shotgun approach. So we decided every Saturday we're going to try and have auctions lined up the end every Saturday at 5 p.m.
Yep.
That way people know when they are. You don't have to waste your whole week searching and checking. Yep. You're not going to get a million notifications from the dollar auction. And we're just going to make sure that auctions in every Saturday at 5 p.m. from us. And we encourage others that run static auctions to do the same because we're going to try and promote them as best we can.
Yeah, I was going to say advertise.
Yep.
But we're going to promote them we do it through our Instagram channel. I have found a kind of love for
We're doing it right now.
We are. I found a kind of love for my TikTok channel. So I post them on our TikTok channel, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Yep. So if you want to jump in there, we're trying to bring the traffic every Saturday at 5 p.m. for the ending of the auctions. If you want to list static auctions, go ahead and list them over there. Just try and have them in Saturdays around 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And that's what we're going to try and move into on the dollar auction. That seems to be more our style.
Yep.
And we buy from auctions, and we like the set ending dates.
I do like the set ending dates on auctions.
Yep. And we will still occasionally do lives over there, and we will help others do lives over there. But this is kind of the focus that we're going to try and move towards on the dollar auction.
Yep, that's it.
All right, so back on topic here a little bit. Throughout the week, after we finished our video that you guys saw last week, Teresa kept talking to that seller. And I didn't really think he was going to talk to us anymore after that. I thought he'd kind of flake out, and at the very least, he was entertaining other offers while he was keeping us on the hook, so to speak. But Teresa did have several chats with him through Marketplace.
I just would hit him up and I told him, hey, we could come this Thursday. And he's like, no, my uncle's not going to be there. We'll get into more of the ending pieces of the conversation in the next piece we have because it relates to that. But I was not a negative Nelly.
No,
or a great poo-pooer.
To Teresa, it was business as usual. But his conversation with Teresa, as she was relaying it to me, had several red flags, which I was like, yeah, that's fishy. Something's not right with that. End of the day, it did end up in us scheduling a trip to go down south to Nebraska for a 2-hour drive and pick this thing up.
2 hours one way. So it was a 4-hour drive. I had to sit in the car with Corey for 4 hours.
Had to. Got to. I'm quiet in the vehicle. I just drive and I don't really talk. She just sits on her phone and doom scrolls TikTok, so I don't know what she's talking about.
Until it's time for directions.
Well, I had GPS on there.
Okay.
We were good.
Okay. But yeah, so the sale did happen. One of the pieces of the conversation that he did tell us before we got there was that it had downpoured in the town that we went to. It had downpoured down there. So he did let us know, it's off on a gravel road by, I think it was like 2 or 3 miles on a gravel road. So it might be kind of, what do we call it?
It was a little greasy getting out there.
I was trying to think of it. Yeah. Greasy, and his uncle's yard might have been a little bit flooded and all this. And he's like, you can reschedule it if you want. And I'm like, no, I'm coming. I'm coming.
We have a pretty busy week all week long. Yep. Sundays are pretty slack for us. So it was really the only time we could come. But also the red flags in the conversation during the week had me thinking if we don't go, there's not going to be anything left. So we did decide to go.
It happened, but like Corey said, there was a lot of twisty turnies
There are some twists to this story.
We can't ever get out of a buy without something going wrong.
We can't. It's just not. Yeah, it's not in our nature.
Because you look at the very first Department 56 buy I bought. They let their son come in or whatever and come take some stuff.
The Transformer
buy. The other Department 56 buy where they wanted to renegotiate.
I'm
two of
them. It's Marketplace. It is Marketplace.
It is. Marketplace, be better, people.
It is full of dishonest shysters.
Be better, people.
Right.
If you sell a Marketplace, be better.
So let's talk about what sold next.
Okay, we sold a guitar. I like the guitar. This is one that Corey listed.
Yep.
Oh, is it?
It's a Guitar Hero PlayStation?
PS2 and PS3.
PS2 and PS3. So it's that one there.
There's no dongle with it, which is, I found that they sell way, way better if they have the dongle, but I'm guessing people can pair up the dongle with it or whatever. I don't know how that goes. But it is a Guitar Hero Rock Hero red wireless guitar for PS2, PS3, and it sold for $64.99.
All right, so next we're still selling Christmas. We sold this Christmas tree.
Yes, this is a Lamax, the Majestic Christmas tree. It is tested, it is working. I had to do a little bit of surgery on it because some of the little Christmas bulbs had fallen off, but I just got some glue out and I glued them back on. You'd never know. But it sold for $49.99.
Yep, Christmas sells year round, and it's going to start picking up from here on out. So we're going to have to make sure if we have Christmas here, it's listed because it does start moving right around Halloween. It really kind of picks up all the way through the new year.
We got to talk about Halloween for a second.
Do we?
I went into Dollar General the other day, right, to get some soda on my way home. Those bees, they have Halloween crap up yet. Like, we haven't even started school, and they got 3 months away.
Those bees?
I didn't want to say the naughty word.
I thought you meant like bees, like the bugs.
No.
Wow.
The B.I. whatevers.
The biznitches.
The biznitches. They have Halloween up already.
What?
Like, they took down everything. Where's your back to school stuff? I didn't see any back to school stuff. Nope, we just go right from, what was the last holiday? 4th of July to Halloween.
Well, they got to make their sales while they can, I guess.
It's insane.
All right, so Sunday arrived. That was the day we were heading out. I got up early in the morning and I hooked up the trailer and I found all of our ratchet straps and bungees and I got the truck ready.
And I didn't get up on time because I didn't hear my alarm.
No, I came in the house and woke Teresa up, which is not usual on a sourcing day.
No, I'm usually the first one up.
But she slept in. But that was okay because we had some just knick-knack crap to do, like get the knick-knack crap? That sounds really weird. No, we had some errands to do just to get ready.
Petty little things.
We're not good at words today, but we had to get the truck ready to go. And I did that while she was sleeping in, and then I went and got her up, and we left pretty quickly after that.
We did. So so we took the trailer because in the conversation with the guy, he had said there was so much stuff that it wouldn't fit in the... Initially, he said there's so much stuff it wouldn't fit in the back of a large SUV.
Yep.
And then I messaged him, and I said, I have a truck. He's like, yeah, it's not going to fit in the back of the truck and the back seat of the truck. So you might want to bring a trailer.
Mind you, he has been sending us pictures this whole time, and I'm looking at the pictures thinking, there's no way you need a trailer. There's not that much there. Like with a pickup, if we stack it high and strap it in the back seat, there's no way we don't get that in a pickup. But begrudgingly, I hooked up the trailer. We took the trailer with us just in case.
We only register it like
when we
actually need it. So if we didn't need it all year, we wouldn't register it. We just go register it the next year when we needed it.
So we did take the trailer. We got out there. The 2-hour drive went pretty smooth. No hiccups in that. We pull into his yard after kind of snaking through the rutted up, greasy roads on the 3-mile gravel trip out there. As soon as we pull in the driveway, we're thinking, okay, we'll go knock on the door.
Nope.
We didn't get a chance to. He actually came out of the house when we arrived.
Met us at the end of the sidewalk.
Stopped us at the end of the sidewalk and gave us fair warning that the house may smell a little herbally, is what he said.
I was confused at first. It took me a second.
I caught it right away. I knew what he meant. And he said, we partake, so it may be a little bit herbally in the house.
I will tell you, other than the first time when we walked in, it didn't smell, like it normally has that skunky smell. It didn't smell like that to me.
Oh, I caught it at the front door.
But after we'd gone up and down, whatever, for so long, I didn't even notice it.
No.
Maybe.
It was bad. She just doesn't know it was bad because she's never really been around it.
Nope.
It was pretty pungent in the house. And herbally is not how I would describe the smell of that
No,
house.
it's skunky.
The basement was completely flooded, so it was moldy and nasty down there. The house was very herbally, to say the least.
One room, I gotta tell you about the one room. The one room was completely,
funky.
like the carpet in there and everything was moldy. It was kind of gross. Like, we have a habit of going into these gross people's places.
Oh, I forgot. Before he let us go into
yes.
the house, he actually brought out a card, and it was a good card. It was a James Earl Jones signed Darth Vader card, and we do have that one listed. It's the only thing we've listed so far. So he pulls this out of his pocket, and he basically tells us, "You guys are getting a good deal. I know what I got." Like, he said it that way.
Like, you just die laughing when somebody comes up. It reminds me of going to garage sales and you try and negotiate with people, and they're like, "No, I gotta stick to this price because I know what I got." I'm like, dude, really?
My first thought was, yeah, dude, we saw the pictures. We know what you got too. We know it's a good deal, or we wouldn't be here. But we humored that.
And he wouldn't let me give it back to him. He's like, "No, you keep that." So I stuck it in my purse.
So before we paid him, we went into the basement. He led us
Yep.
down these rickety 1900s wooden stairs.
Red stairs.
They're almost straight down. You know the old houses where the treads on the stairs are like really short and they're really steep and narrow down into the basement. We get down there and the first thing you do is squish into the floor because the carpet's soaked, the floor's soaked.
It wasn't it, but the bad piece is most of it wasn't even carpeted. A lot of it was concrete. There was just big rugs.
Big rugs everywhere.
In there.
Yeah, and it's just musty and it's nasty down there and it was gross. And before you even get to the stair landing, when you come in the front door, you walk by the kitchen where they're smoking pot and drinking beer at 11 a.m. in the morning.
But I will tell you, the one guy, it's this guy's uncle's house. The uncle is a snowbird. He's I would say very feeble, disabled.
Yeah, he's in poor health.
He's a walker, whatever. And so, he was sitting up there watching us go up and down, up and down.
So needless to say, it wasn't exactly what we expected, but gross we can handle. We've done hoarder picks.
Yeah.
And they are gross, but we're willing to dig and get dirty and just find the good stuff. So we were like, okay, we looked around, we were like, there's enough here that I think we can do our deal. So we paid him. And between paying him and the gas and the travel and everything all in, we were in about $1,500 total for the entire buy.
Yeah, so we started loading up, and it not only were we having to load up like into the trailer, but we were having to pack the stuff. Like, there was some totes that were already prepackaged.
It was just scattered.
We grabbed those first. There was a pool table down there that had stuff strewn all the way across it. There was a couch. There was a fireplace. I'm trying to think of all the places. There was 3 rooms down there that had stuff in it.
It looked like a tornado went through there and just kind of scattered Star Wars all over the basement.
Yep. And
some of it was wet. Some of it was on the floor. Some was on tables. Some was in totes. It was everywhere.
Yep. And I will tell you, though, that we're going up and down, up and down. And it kind of frustrated me because most people are willing to help.
Oh, yeah, this stuff was in a basement.
And he didn't do nothing.
They sat in the kitchen the whole time. They did not help load.
No.
We were about halfway through loading. Mm-hmm. We were there for a total of, we were there for a long time. We were there for about an hour and a half. We were about halfway through loading. We were about winded. Like, we were at that point.
My whole shirt was soaked.
Yeah, we were soaked and we were filthy and we were winded. And so we were about halfway through loading this stuff out. We were a good hour and a half in. And we were both soaked. We were both just filthy at this point.
It was to the point where I'm gonna say something really bad, but we got to strapping down stuff when we were all done, and I could not stand next to this man. I couldn't. It was so bad.
I had on a lot of deodorant. It just didn't matter. Everything there stunk, and then we were soaking wet from hauling stuff up and down stairs. We must have went up and down those stairs.
I won't just put it all on Corey because I stunk too.
We must have went up and down those stairs several hundred times.
Oh God, yes.
It was absolutely crazy.
Yes.
But about halfway through, I was like, "There's not the things in the pictures that we saw Not
There's
everything's
not
here.
some of it
like,
there.
I'm not seeing the big items that made us say,
Oh, yeah, we're gonna get this.
This is what we need to go buy because we see the value here. None of that stuff was there.
No, so we found out because I think you said something to him.
I did say something to him.
And he was like, oh, yeah, we had like 3 previous people come in and they took 3 pickup loads out.
Yep.
Like,
So,
seriously, dude.
in this time when he's stalling us on Facebook Marketplace, just what I said he was doing, he had people coming in. He had sold 3 truckloads of stuff out of the place before we ever got there, but still wanted us to pay the same price for what was left, which we did, and we'll talk about that.
So I will, this is his comment to me. This is why I call BS. And I haven't written him back or I haven't said anything, but he said, sorry for not getting back to you so quickly. It's bad timing, I guess. I haven't changed my mind or looking for better offers, just got a lot going on.
Well,
What?
Maybe he was just really high and he forgot.
He forgot that he agreed to sell all this stuff because
He did flat out admit after I questioned him about it that, yeah, he had 3 other people take a pickup load each out of there before we ever arrived.
Yes.
So yuck. So we were a little bit
perturbed.
Yeah, like all the really good stuff that we really wanted that made it. We picked out enough in the photos that we said, okay, there's our money back.
Yep. And
all
none of those
that
things
was gone.
were there.
So, all right, let's talk about what it actually sold next.
Okay, we sold pound puppies. I'm so excited for this to be gone. I don't even remember where I got these from, but it's a Galoob Pound Puppies Purries, The Mall, Madam Cheen mini playset with 3 pets.
Now, usually the pound puppies aren't great. If you see the plush pound puppies, you would think they'd be cool because they're nostalgic, but they're not that great. But this actually did sell, which was
It did.
fine.
I sat on it for a little while,
Yep.
but it sold for $24.99.
All right, we got another one of the ponies going out, thankfully, because we're getting pretty close to break even.
We
on
are
these.
pretty close. I'll have to go back and calculate it. But at one point we were like, I want to say like $100 from being fully broke even.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close on these, so that
But
one there sold.
This is a 2010 Trail of Painted Ponies Resin Legend of the Plains pony, and it sold for $54.99. My big ones have not sold yet. Those are my ones I really need to sell.
All right, so all in, once we got there, it took us about 3 hours to get this basement emptied out.
Yeah.
And there was a lot.
Up, down, up, down. There was one point where I was in there and I was trying to find totes that were in their basement to put stuff in so we could put it on the trailer, because we'd already filled the back of the truck.
Yep.
And so I was going through stuff and I was down there packing stuff and Corey came down. He's like, you can't. You have to come help me carry stuff up and down the steps.
I was going up and down while she was down there organizing and packing. And I was like, I'm going to fall out. I'll stroke out before the day's done. If I have to carry everything, you have to jump back in.
I did. So
we tag teamed it a little bit. We worked pretty well together.
But I will say that, the one piece that I enjoyed about it was when we were talking to the guy, he also said there was additional stuff down there besides Star Wars. So there was Star Wars, there was
G.I. Joe.
There was
Buffy
Titanic, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Erdl, and all of this. And so he told us at one point, just take whatever you take.
He said whatever was left in the basement, they were basically taken to the dump.
Yep.
So we did a pretty thorough job of cleaning out that basement.
And for me, I got to put this piece in there as well, just because it's the right thing to do. So as we were going through stuff, and I was picking up boxes in this one room, in these 2 rooms that there was, if I picked up a box and touched it and it had been on the floor, they had a bench in there. I was picking it up and putting it up on there so that if more water came in, that it wasn't ruining anything. Like, I felt the obligation to
Well, you
to
just
do
kept
that.
their garbage dry because they're going to throw it in the dump.
Well, I know, but he
But
didn't
it was
say
nice
that
to do.
until afterwards. So I was like, I feel bad if because a lot of it was like memorabilia stuff.
Yeah.
So
we were absolutely exhausted. We were winded completely by the end of this.
We were dead.
We were gross. We stunk, like she said. We both had a contact high at that point, I think.
I will tell you, I don't know, because I don't know what it's like. So.
Well, let's just say this. By the time we left, we were both hungry.
We were starving. We were starving. And we waited until we got home at 4 o'clock to eat.
We left with Star Wars and the munchies. So it was not a fun experience, but we did power through it for about 3 hours, and we got everything out of that basement. And it was a full back of the pickup, a full back seat of the pickup,
and an entire
trailer. And it was full. The trailer was full.
And we'll give you like somewhere in here. I don't know where he'll drop that, but we're gonna, I think, do just a little clip so that you guys can see the truck, the trailer. We took stuff out of the back of the truck.
Yeah, we'll just grab the phone and go kind of show you.
We'll give you
an idea of what
tour.
we have. Yep. All right, so here we are in the shop. We've started kind of pulling stuff out of the pickup. You can kind of see these are all posters, and that's not all. There's posters in that box. That whole stack is posters. But there's all kinds of stuff in here. We even pulled out a couple of South Park things.
We did. South Park, Earl.
You could see some G.I. Joe stuff there and there. We got a whole folder of Buffy cards. And then we started kind of just pulling through some of the stuff to get it out of the way. A lot of this stuff over here was in the back seat of the pickup.
Yep.
We got baskets of it. And it goes all the way back to the back of that trailer.
We got all kinds of stuff. Like,
yep.
You name it, we got it.
You can see all those are full of boxes and characters, and this goes down another foot in here. That you see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 totes high. But yeah, there's, I don't know, guys. You tell me, is there $1,500 between the trailer and the truck?
You can't even see most of the totes.
You can kind of see, like, those are all carded figures. And there's 2 more totes below that. So if anybody's looking for vintage Star Wars, boy, have we got you. I don't know. There's a lot of cool stuff in here, guys. I was gonna show. Oh,
that's a light up one too.
See this lay down drawers? It's supposed to stand up, but it's laying down right now. Those drawers are all magazines and cards and like all kinds of fun stuff in there.
See, I just want to come out here and dig.
I know. We really want to start digging through this, but
we have stuff to
we
pack.
have so much stuff to pack. We got a talking Michael Jordan. Who knew that was in a Star Wars haul? Yeah, that's all full of like Star Wars magazines.
These are Star Wars Christmas ornaments, trading cards.
There's so much in here. Like it's very overwhelming how much stuff is here. Mm-hmm. So I know, I really do think we probably did okay, but you guys might have to let us know if you're Star Wars folks. Right here, we got a metal tin full of Star Wars postcards. That's cool. I don't know if it's worth anything, but that's cool. All right. We're going to get back to it. So everything was loaded. We spent about 30 minutes strapping stuff down. We used every ratchet strap and every bungee cord we had. We strapped everything.
Yes.
We got less than 100 yards out of the driveway before the first tote lid came off.
So off to the side of the gravel road, Teresa gets out. We grabbed everything that was in the tote, put it in the back seat. We left the tote because the tote was sitting there like leveling out the rest of the stuff next to it. So we left the tote, but yes, everything in that tote, which I think there was only about 10 things in there.
The tote lid actually folded in half and broke. That's why we lost the lid. Like the wind just ripped it in half.
So half of it was still there, and half of it made it home.
Yep. So we get that catastrophe solved, and it was on a gravel road with no traffic. We were pretty lucky that it happened then. We were fine with it. We got back on the road. After about 3 miles of greasy gravel, we ended up back on a main highway. Within the first mile and a half on that main highway, an entire tote lifted under the strap. It lifted up and pivoted out of the strap, dumped, and flew out on the highway. And we had Star Wars figures all over a main highway. Like in the middle of the road. They were everywhere.
Corey's like, we gotta go get these. But unbeknownst to us, some of them actually fell out of the tote and fell right on the trailer. So we didn't have to haul. We only had to hunt down half of them. But here we are. Here's Teresa, who doesn't running down the road before any cars come to try and grab
we were on the backside of a hill, so we were trying to be really careful. It was basically a human, like a real life Frogger game.
We played Frogger.
Like we were at the backside of a hill. We couldn't see traffic coming. There was 90 Star Wars figures all over the highway, in the ditch. We actually did end up finding all of them. I think we got all of them.
We did, and then the Corey mentioned it in the beginning, but I saw the tote.
Well, some of them went off into the ditch.
Yes, so I saw the tote. The tote had gone over the grass. Like they had mowed along the road just like this far, like they all do.
These are not normal ditches. We were like, the hill that they were coming over, this was like an embankment. It went straight down, and it was a very steep ditch.
It was. So Teresa, wanting to save the tote, went over the grass. I stepped down. I took one step into the grass. I went to take my other step, and the grass, it was so tall, it wrapped around my foot.
You want to try and make that noise you made?
No, what noise did I make?
It was a bit of a squeak and a...
I thought I was okay, and then I was just like, you just got to let it go. So here I am rolling head over heels into this ditch. Corey's like, come on. I'm like, I can't help it. I can't get up.
When she did get up and try to crawl her way back up the embankment,
I tripped again.
She tripped again because the grass was like that viney stuff, so it was grabbing her feet. So she was tripping up an embankment to get back to the road.
And then dying because it was probably about halfway down the hill that the tote was. So, and the hill the ditch is really steep, and I'm dying just getting up it.
Yeah, she was doing a little mountain climbing to get back up that hill. So we did get that figured out. We got everything back. I basically rolled the back window of the pickup down a little bit, and we just shoved crap in because there was no way we were going to secure it on the trailer again.
No, but we did stop a little bit farther down. Now that I remember, we did stop with one tote that you said was lifting itself up. And I went in and I just took the tote, I pulled it out from under the strap, and I flipped it upside down so that there was no wind catching it. And then it was perfect for that one.
After that, we had about, 10, 15 minutes. We limped our way to the nearest town as safely as we could. We never lost anything else.
Nope.
When we got to that town, we stopped at a gas station. We were gross, like so gross. So we went in and washed our hands up.
Got a drink.
We bought duct tape, and we taped the crap out of that trailer. Every tote got taped.
And we ended up having to stop one point additionally because we did tape it, but one of the totes was like trying to swing off the trailer.
Yeah, it was trying to swing out of under the strap over the wheel well.
We taped the two totes together.
Yeah, we used a whole roll of duct tape, and we taped that trailer up. And from then on out, for the rest of the hour and 40 minutes
You were able
drive,
to go 65 miles an hour.
Yeah, we went highway speeds. Everything was
did.
fine. The trailer didn't move. So we made it all the way back home, and that was the end of that trip.
I don't know what we would have done had we not had the tonneau cover on.
It would have been a
Because
disaster.
some of the stuff that we got were these like the normal size posters on cardboard,
Yep.
and they were laying on the top of that. So
Yeah, we filled every spot we had.
it was a joy. I can say it was a joyous event. we had a blast.
All right, let's look at what sold next.
We sold a Maytag part. I am in love with these parts. In love with them because they sell at least one a day.
These are out of our free stuff. Actually, as we were getting ready to record this video, another one sold. So this is what it is. It's a wiring kit for something.
It's a cooktop wiring kit for a Maytag stove. It sold for $29.99.
And what did it cost?
Zero.
Free. All right.
F-R-E-E. That's what you're supposed to say. That's what we taught our kids. My mother-in-law and I taught our kids when we went garage sale when they were little.
Look for the F-R-E-E
box. And then they would get stuff out of it, and then I would wait patiently till they didn't notice that it was there anymore, and I would throw it away.
You're a horrible mother. All right, next we've got this chain bracelet.
Yep, it is a vintage Bosner nickel silver ID name engravable bracelet. It's not engraved, somebody can engrave it.
Yep.
And it sold for $34.99.
All right, so considering we agreed on a price based on pictures he sent us, and all the stuff that we had picked out that's made it worth the buy was gone, we were trying to decide if we made a good buy or not. We're not sure yet. We're actually not. But I'm guessing there's at least 1,500 individual items. Like
there's figures and...
We have totes of loose figures. We have all
totes
kinds
of
stuff.
cards.
Yeah. So there's got to be at least 1,500 individual items. If we sold everything for $1 a piece, we'd come close to break even.
Yep.
So that doesn't account for fees or anything like that. But I think we will sell everything for more than $1 a piece, I would assume. A lot of it is 90 stuff.
Hey, we already got $64 back to start off with.
We did?
Remember? So when we got home last night, a majority of it was we parked and we wanted to go sit down and relax, but we opened some of the poster tubes just to see what was in it.
Oh, yeah.
And in one of the poster tubes were two sheets of $1 bills that were uncut.
Yep, and they're 90s $1 bills. They're in mint condition. They look like they've been in that tube forever.
Yep, I don't think they'd ever, I think they got them and they left them because they are crisp $1 bills.
Teresa pulled them out, and we thought it was a poster. For sure, we thought it was fake, but we looked into it. They're real. They're just uncut sheets. Apparently, that's a thing. So and they do sell for a little bit. I mean, very worst case scenario, there's 64 $1 bills there, but I think they sell for 100 plus a piece.
Yep. So that's about $200 right there. We did list this, which I showed you earlier. It is a James Earl Jones, which we didn't realize he passed away last year. Is that what I figured? A signed James Earl Jones Topps card from 2001. I did list it. There's one right above me. I listed it, at a comparable
I think we're the
price.
lowest price.
Yep, for $749.99. Yep. I have 13 watchers on it, and I just listed it last night. But I always tell Corey, just because we got watchers doesn't mean they're buyers. But
we did also find like a backlit lithograph with a piece of the film strip in it from Star Wars that was signed by, I don't know what his name is.
Mark Hamill, whoever played
Luke Skywalker.
Yep, Luke
the original
Skywalker.
One. It was signed. Right? The original one. Yeah.
Yes, because I showed you a picture.
So it's signed. We haven't really dug into the value of that yet. So I'm not sure where that's going to land, but everything is in the box. It looks authentic. I mean, this guy had a lot of really cool stuff in there, and everything we found has been legit so far. I have no reason to believe it's not.
Yeah, there's some stuff that is in fabulous condition. There's other stuff that's in questionable condition.
Well, there was some really cool things in box, factory sealed, sitting on carpet that was completely saturated. So the boxes are no good. And there's things that were sitting up on shelves in a wet room that are full of mold that we're gonna have to clean up. So there is going to be a lot of cleanup, a lot of dust, but there's a lot of cool stuff in there. So I think we're probably okay. I think we should be able to double our money on this at the very least. It just might take us a little while to get it processed. We also have no room.
We're going to have to find room. Yes, we are.
I think we learned a little bit of a lesson on this one, or at least I did.
We don't learn lessons ever when we do this stuff.
I think we did learn a little bit of a lesson, or at least I did, and that is even when the deal completely goes sideways like this one does, where everything they said was there is not there, we could have got just pissed right then and there and walked out and told him to give us our money back. And I thought about it.
Well, but we hadn't given him his, you're talking once we realized all the stuff we were
buying was gone. We could have got angry and just got our money back and left and told him to kick rocks. But we didn't, because we looked around, calmer heads prevailed. It looks like there's more than enough there to be a good deal. Even had that never happened, I think we would have still bought this lot. So we had to kind of take a step back and say, okay, is it worth it even now? And we decided it was. So I guess if nothing else, we learned that things don't turn out like they're supposed to all the time. Almost never. With Marketplace, just figure you're going to bring some lube and get screwed a little. But sometimes it still turns out.
No, but I am excited for a lot of the stuff. Like I am, because there's a lot of stuff that interests me in that, not necessarily Star Wars stuff. But I'm
excited to go through it just to see what else is there, because we literally didn't have time to do any of that while we were there loading.
I know for sure there are 4 speeder bikes in there, brand new in the box.
Yeah, there's so much there. I know I found 2 1990s Ewoks still in the box. Those are in the truck somewhere. So there's excited. A lot of cool stuff there. We just got to go find out what's worth money and what's not worth money. We did look up some of the figures in the boxes, even though they were Kenner and 90s. They weren't worth a lot, $5 to $8 a piece.
5 to 10.
So I know there's a lot of that, but there's also bound to be some more gems in there that we haven't. Like the 2 G.I. Joe things we found in the box. They're big G.I. Joe vehicles in the box.
Willie's Jeep.
Both of those are really decent.
Yes, they are.
So I think we'll be okay. I think there's more gems undiscovered yet.
So are you not in a negative Nelly state now?
No, I still hate this dude.
Oh, well, I didn't say you didn't hate the dude.
No, I don't hate this dude. We cleaned it out, and I feel like we got a fair shake. I don't like the way it happened, but I feel like we got a fair deal. I'm fine with this guy.
See, I was still debating whether to send him a message saying just a thank you for doing this. However, you were pretty shady because you took the shit out that was worth money.
No, we wouldn't do that.
Okay, so what would you guys have done? Would you have went ahead with the sale and took everything that you could take? Would you have told him to kick rocks? What would you have done in this situation?
I think if you were calm and level-headed about it, I don't think you would walk away from the deal, because I still think it was more than a fair deal. I think it would have been a lot better deal had it been what they said it was. I was mad that we were lied to.
Yeah.
But that's Marketplace. I think I'm just kind of building that Marketplace callus where you're like, okay, what are you lying about? And if you can live with the lie, then finish the deal. I mean, sometimes even a deal that they lie about could be a really good deal. So, and I think that's what turned out to be this time. So, all right, let's finish up. What's sold?
We sold some glasses. We sold some, they are vintage blue with gold gilding Korean juice glasses. It is a set of 6, and they're teeny tiny.
They're these ones.
I think they're like 3¼ inches tall.
Yep.
But I don't even know where I got those from. But we sold those for $53.99.
And we sold yet another game guide out of Teresa's game guide buy.
2 this weekend. One I have over here. It's like a $15 one. But this is a Prima's Namco Tales of Destiny 2 official strategy guide for the PSX. I don't know what a PSX is, but that one sold for $44.99.
All right, so I think that's it. We've got a lot of packing to do today. It was a crazy weekend. Yesterday, eBay turned on.
34 on eBay, 5 from
the dollar auction,
and 2 from
the
niche store.
Yeah, from Stereo View Vault. So we've got a lot to do. We've got a lot of packing to get done. We're going to get out of here and get on it.
I don't know how we're getting any of this to town. I might have to empty my car. I have stuff in my car still.
Oh, we have 2 full vehicles.
I just thought about that.
Crap, we may be taking a horse to town.
We could hook it up to the trailer.
Saddle a goat.
The lawnmowers.
We could. Might be a long trip to town today, so we better get out of here and get to work. We'll see you guys next time.
Hasta la vista, baby.